Legends of Runeterra. If there is one thing this game became known for, it is the beautiful art that reveals the world of League of Legends. But just like any video game that is trying to get into the Eastern market, there are some obstacles it has to get around. Primarily, it is the censorship. Censorships of video games in the East are nothing new. The main reasons being that the cultures over there don't appreciate addiction, blood and bones. There are more reasons, but these are the main three. In most cases, it is simple for video games to get around this. You usually just tweak a thing or two. Unless your entire game is themed around blood and bones. But even in that case, there is a solution. You replace all the corpses with bread. Anyway, because Legends of Runeterra is also run in the East, and because there is some blood and bones in this game as well, of course, for the release in the East, Riot had to censor it. And in most cases it absolutely makes sense, Legends of Runeterra can be brutal. Among the good examples we have Tryndamere, who is totally getting wrecked here, so in the censored art, he's not. We also have Zed's shadow magic, which could be mistaken for blood, so in the censored version in the East, it's orange. Of course, then we have Vladimir, who is very problematic, because all he is blood. So now he is grape juice. And even sometimes in Zone, people have augments that may remind you bones, especially when they are sticking out of flesh. Because in some cultures this is being seen as disrespectful to the dead, in the East it was removed. See, these examples made sense. But then the censorship started getting strange. The best example of this is the legendary Draven, who looks like a normal gladiator, enjoying the spoils of his victory, until you realize it's too much. So, no women in our game. Also, what is that mustache? You can't have a mustache like this in your game, you have to have a beard. No, seriously, I actually have no idea what's wrong with the mustache. But in the censored version, not only did they replace the woman with a trophy, but they also gave Draven a beard. I don't know if this is an issue with the Middle Eastern culture, but it certainly looks very weird. But even Vladimir got weird eventually. Ignoring the grape juice, you can see that in this art he just turned into grapes. But everything else stayed the same, including his claws. But in the other art, the claws are too much. Look at all the people around him, he's gonna poke someone on accident. And that's when the censorships stop making sense. The best example of this being Vayne. When Vayne was revealed in Legends of Runeterra, you could see how she's about to kill a monster in Demacia. Except for in the censored version. There, the crossbow is too dangerous. We can't have dangerous things in our video game. So she's just gonna accuse the monster. What is this, a 90s anime? And this ridiculousness keeps going on. For example, we have the Hive Herald. All the weird massacre that's in the background, that's fine. The reason why this one got censored is because the elbows are too pointy. And that's what I wanna show you today. I know that this topic is not gonna be original, there are other peoples who have already covered the censored versions of Legends of Runeterra cards, and that's because Vayne really cast a spotlight on this topic. So yes, today I'm gonna take you on a trip, and we're gonna have a look at the funniest censorship in Legends of Runeterra. Is that a person who's going to get his throat cut? That was way too close. Is she playing with blood? Grape juice! Also, is that person drinking and he's being approached by a woman? Begone! That has no place in our game. Also, we can't have beer at a bar. Oh, that's way too sexy. Come on, think of the children. Again? More people toying with blood? Okay, just remove it because no one would play with grape juice in the public. But screw those pigeons. Wait, was that person holding a vial of blood? It's way too small, no one will notice. But here? That's too ridiculous, of course it has to be grape juice. Now when it comes to Elise's spider, what's with all the lighting? See how well defined everything is? Way too good for our game. Let's muddy it up, shall we? Is that person stealing someone's wallet? That's not even remotely safe. At least stun them before you rob them. Ah! Booba! Thank you. Then we get to the Shadow Isles, which is littered with corpses. So obviously all of those have to get cleaned up. Same goes for all the dead bodies inside the mist. Now, when it comes to Callista, we all know it was a hoax. No one ever stabbed her with a spear. Stop saying Hecarim is a bad guy. Also, I would really like a pillar in this place specifically. Oh god, is that a skull? And is that an angry face at the end of the horn? We can't have angry things on Shadow Isles. Oh come on, Ledros, you too. And what's with all the debris around you? Clean it all up. Rasa, not you two. You have 5 skulls. Of course we have to clean them up. But not this one. Now Hecarim, I know you did nothing wrong, but the skulls on your armor are a bit too much. But we're gonna ignore the big skull in the middle. No one is gonna notice that one. Oh no, that poor man tore his coat. Someone fix it, please. Okay, Thresh, I know you suffered a lot. Your entire character is based on a skeleton. So, we just have to censor you. I mean, that's why Thresh looked different in Ruined King 2. However, Senna? Really? That's better. Okay, no comment on that. I know that your character is all about luring people into your lair. But how about you charm them with your personality? Oh god, what is happening here? This entire situation is dangerous. It will traumatize children. Please remove all the smoking, gambling and alcohol. Good. What did I say about smoking? Oh, is that person dead? Oh, he's just not having a good day. Now, in order to really reinforce the idea that this game is not dangerous, this man has to go. Okay, that looks suspicious. Let's change that. Okay, in Shurima, you know how the entire army is made of sand? That sand is stealing people's jobs. We can't support that. Now, let's have a look at the spirits of death. First of all, no skulls, so let's give him acorns. Kindred can't tear people apart, even if it is souls. And Soul Spinner? I'm pretty sure that's a corpse. Also, that's too many hands. Oh no, is that a crab with human arms? That's going to offend someone. Also, those fish are way too sexy. Someone's gonna get attracted to those. Okay, what's next? Alright, looks fine, all good. Wait. Is he holding a spear? That's better. Okay, here the entire scene is wrong. She's holding daggers and bombs and she's clearly trying to assassinate someone. Even though she's actually spying on someone. Let's make it so that she's casually picking up potions in her own shop. Okay, Savage Reckoner, when was the last time you cut your nails? Let's get it done. Oh, is there a bar in Zone? With alcohol? You know we can't have alcohol, so let's turn it into a kitchen. Oh no, Heimerdinger, you can't do that. Have you not played Undertale? Okay, those pigs have way too many eyes. Also, that log needs more detail. Oh no, Thresh is back, we have to do something again. But Thresh has so many different looks these days, what are we gonna do? Alright, here I would love to make a joke about what's happening here, but I don't actually know what the issue is. Because in the censored version, they just gave an extra eye to the transforming owl. Anyway, sexy fish? Not in my game. Oh no, is that deer hurt? Also, sexy deer? Not in my game. Sexy guy? Not in my game. Sexy Kraken man? Okay, he can stay, but he can't drink. A wharf rat with sharp teeth? That sounds dangerous for a video game. Is that cheating? We can't promote that in our game. Okay, Cyan, we couldn't revive you with blood magic. So I hope grape juice will suffice. By the way, that goes for the entire Grail Legion. It's all grape juice. Is that Demacian getting hurt? In our game? Now, when it comes to the Maker, we can let her have 8 pairs of arms. But 9 is too much. And then we have Mistfall, one of the most legendary places in Ionia. It's really a place of mystery that... Is that statue getting stabbed? We can't have that. Wait, is that a fish with a sharp nose? That's too unnatural. Ah, even the mighty Darkin are not immune to grape juice. Also, screw this hole in particular. I just realized what I said. You heard that, Kane? Okay, for some reason you can stay, but you can't hurt people. Now, Varus. Look, I'm sorry, the Pride Month is over. A Yeti beating a man? Despite what happened in the other cards, that's fine. Yeti holding a man? Now that's too much. At this point, I don't really know what's the deal with pointy noses in the East. Also, giant floating eye? That's fine. Tentacles, especially tentacles holding people? That's fine because it's not Yetis. But tentacles splitting into other tentacles? That's over the line. Now, up until this point, I understood that blood was being censored in some countries. But what's the deal with red feathers? Are parrots not a thing in the East? A spectral wolf? Who came up with this nonsense? What a beautiful scene showing us what the Blessed Isles looked like before the ruination. Wait, is that man drinking? And this takes us to the last piece of art, which we will have a look at. Kale, the twin aspect of justice. I bet she's overcompensating for something. But that was all the censored art I wanted to show you today. As you can see, all of this can be reasonable, but it can also be very crazy. And as we'll get more and more new expansions, there will be more and more censorship. And while I always thought that I was good at reasoning why some censorship existed in games, if there is one thing I learned today, it is that sometimes I do not understand the reason behind the censorship at all.